In this video, we're going to learn about how to perform translations. A translation is a type of rigid transformation, which is also known as an isometry. So rigid transformations preserve shape and size of the preimage, which is why we call rigid transformations isometries. Isometry literally means equal measure. So translations basically just slide a figure left, right, up, or down. And it is probably the easiest transformation for you guys to do. So that's why we're going to start with that. So in this example, we just want to translate the point A, -6, 2, 3 units to the left and 1 unit up. So the hardest part about translations is just making sure you know the difference between left and right, that you're counting correctly, and just plotting properly. So we're going to grab our pen, and we're going to look at our point, -6, 2, and we're going to go 3 units to the left, so 1, 2, 3, and 1 unit up. So this would be where our final coordinate winds up, and that's called our image, and so we call that A prime. So A prime is located at -9, 3. Let's look at one more example. So we want to translate triangle ABC 2 units to the right and 4 units down. So you can just start with any point that you want to and perform the translation, and then I usually just repeat that alphabetically with the points. I find that easiest for me. So we're going to go 2 units to the right, 1, 2, and 4 units down, 1, 2, 3, 4. So A prime is going to be at -1, -6. And please notice how we use capital letters to label our vertices, and then we use the prime markings for the image after a transformation has been performed. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go 2 units to the right, 1, 2, and down 2, 3, 4. So B prime is at 2, -3. Now, you could look at the relationship between the pre-image coordinates and use that to help you graph the image if you find that easier. So once we translated A to A prime, we could just look at the relationship between points A and B. So A is going to go up to 3 over 2, 3 to B. So we could have just gone up to 3 over 2, 3, and then found that coordinate that way. So if you notice from B to C, we go down 1 unit and over 4 units. So to get C prime, we can go down 1 unit over 4 units. And if we use the same method of kind of counting the spaces, we would go right 2 units and down 2, 3, 4. So I made a small little error. Go down 1 over 4, down 1 over 2, 3, 4. So I did make a mistake earlier, which is okay. It's just important to double check your work. And if you have an error like that when you connected your coordinates, you would see that your shape wasn't preserved, which would make it not a translation, right? We are supposed to have the same exact size and shape. So once we connect these, that would be our final work. And if you're turning this in, you want to clean it up a little bit, maybe highlight over. That's essentially how you do translations. You just perform the translations, plot your points, make sure the same size and shape is there. You labeled with capital letters and prime markings. And another cool property of translations is that if you connected the pre-image and image points, let's see if we can get this pointer. If you connect the pre-image and image points, all of them through, you would notice that all of those are going to be parallel, congruent line segments, and that's another indication that you have performed your translation correctly.